We see a young man sitting in a dimly lit lawyer's office. Sometimes, the most peculiar things are left behind by those who lived peculiar lives. A young man, Adrian, sits nervously in a lawyer's office. The lawyer hands him a box containing a beautiful, antique clock. Its face is adorned with intricate designs, and the hands tick backward. The lawyer tells Adrian that his late uncle insisted this clock be passed on to him. His uncle said that the clock holds potential. But Adrian didn't know his uncle well, nor did he understand the gift. But he soon would. Adrian places the clock on his mantelpiece. He notices it ticking backward but dismisses it as a quirk. Later that day, he spills coffee on an important report. Frustrated, he instinctively taps the clock. Time rewinds for a few minutes. But now the coffee does not spill on the report. Adrian, shocked and surprised, asks himself, "Wait, did that just happen?" Adrian accidentally had just stumbled upon the clock's power. A chance to undo mistakes. But every gift comes with a price. Adrian begins experimenting with the clock, trying to undo every wrong and bad thing that happened. He rewinds time to avoid a car accident, fix awkward conversations, and even win a small lottery prize. He feels invincible. Adrian, surprised by the results of the clock, says to himself, "This clock is a miracle." But Adrian still did not realize that miracles often lead to complacency, and complacency can lead to chaos. Adrian rewinds time to patch up an argument with a friend. However, the friend begins acting distant, as though the bond they shared is weaker. Adrian's friend, who seems to be confused, says, "Sorry, Adrian. I just feel like I don't know you anymore." Adrian, shocked at this statement, says, "What are you talking about? We've been friends for years." The clock had begun to make Adrian pay for everything that it did for him. Each rewind of time took away not just events but pieces of Adrian's connections. His actions became hollow echoes, and his relationships started unraveling. Adrian looks into a mirror and notices subtle changes. His favorite jacket doesn't feel right. His reflection feels off. He rewinds to escape embarrassment during a date, but the girl doesn't recognize him anymore. Adrian's date seems to be very uneasy with him, and she says, Who are you again? Did we meet somewhere? Adrian realized that the clock didn't just undo mistakes, it erased the person who made them. Adrian grows desperate, tapping the clock repeatedly to fix his life. The rewinds become erratic, each one stripping more of his identity. His memories blur. Adrian's world unraveled, and with every tick, he became less of who he was and more of nothing. Adrian wakes one morning and doesn't recognize his surroundings. His reflection in the mirror is blank, a face without features. The clock ticks one last time and stops. Adrian, now himself lost, whispers to himself, "Who was I?" Adrian finds himself in a dark, empty space. A voice, resembling his late uncle's, echoes around him. The uncle's voice says to Adrian, "Time doesn't forgive meddling, Adrian. To erase mistakes is to erase yourself. You wanted control, but control isn't free." Adrian wakes up. The clock is gone. His reflection is normal, but his memories are different, fragmented yet full of potential. He finds a note on his desk. "Live without regrets, Adrian. That's the only way forward." Adrian's lesson was clear: mistakes are a part of life, and to erase them is to erase growth. The future is built on the past, imperfections and all. Adrian no longer feared mistakes. He embraced them, knowing they made him who he was, and this time, he lived fully, without rewinding a single moment.